JMPD spokesperson. Well, it's traditional beach day for thousands of South Africans living at the coast. Good weather has been predicted for the Eastern Cape, which will see thousands flocking to the sea. Authorities will have their hands full as the NSRI has warned of spring high tides and big swells. The consumption of alcohol has also become a massive problem for authorities. Our reporter Yanga Funani is there, and we cross to him live now. Yanga, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. So what can you tell us with regards to what you see on the beach?
Very good morning to Spiwe and to the millions upon millions of our viewers at home. Yes, indeed, you are coming to us live from Nahoon Beach in East London. Each year, this beach attracts thousands and thousands of beach goers, but today is quite a different day. You'll see that behind us there's no one swimming, and there are two sets of flags which are showing, which are standing in an X position prohibiting people from swimming, because earlier today there was a shark attack, but no one was injured. If you look behind me, right there, there's this surfboard which has a shark bite. But to tell us more about what happened today, we have Alan Zealand. Alan Zealand is in charge of the beaches of the Buffalo City Metro. Sir, a very good morning to you, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, everybody.
Tell us what happened.
Early this morning, the guys were out paddling, as you can see the pedal at the back there, and he was in the front, and he was bumped and attacked by a shark. Luckily, he got unscratched and unhurt. He was rescued by the other paddlers which was behind him, and one of them was the chief lifeguard for Buffalo City, Mr. Duncan Boyd, that was behind him following. So they were rescued by the other paddlers that was behind him and pulled him on their boards.
I see people are not swimming here, but some are just making their way to the beach. Are you monitoring the situation?
Yes, as you can see, there's a lot of lifeguards around here. What we are doing, you can see the flags is crossed, meaning there's no swimming, and the reason is for shark warning. We'll monitor the situation, and you can see people is just feet deep in the water. We don't allow them to go any further. That's just precautionary measure, and that is the procedure in place for any sighting or attack. And later on, myself and the chief lifeguard will make a decision whether to open the beach or whatever, but they are still monitoring on the jet ski and looking around.
Okay, Nahoon Beach is a stone throw away from Ponze Bay and the Eastern Beach.
Yes.
You're also monitoring those beaches?
Yeah, they are being watched by lifeguards and additional lifeguards that we have on duty, so they are looking out. And the guys, emergency services, he's all up and down. You can see there's a jet ski at the back there. He's been monitoring up and down, and we're keeping watch over it. So all eyes is on the water at the moment, trying to spot it.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot, Alan. Let's talk to Duncan, who's the senior lifeguard. Duncan, tell us, what did you see?
We didn't actually see anything. We were paddling, and one of the guys was a bit further behind us, so we turned and went for him. And as we turned, Roger, the guy who was hit by the ski, by the shark, he was hit, and then we paddled up to him and we convinced him to climb onto one of our skis, and we took him in just off the rocks at Mermaid's Pool, which is just down the road. And then we managed to get his ski, and we paddled it in from the reef into the corner onto the sand where we recovered the ski, and that's where we are now.
What time did the incident happen again?
We left the beach at about 6:15, so it must have been about 6:30ish. When the actual attack happened, and when we were finished, it was about 7:15 once we'd gotten everything in and everything like that.
Thanks a lot, Duncan.
No problem.
And that's, of course, one of the senior lifeguards. His name is Duncan, telling us about the incidents that unfolded earlier this morning at around about 6:15 this morning. The people have been stopped from swimming until further notice. So the situation is still under control, and the metro authorities are monitoring the situation. So far, one person has lost his life in the beaches of East London, but people have been advised not to take alcohol before going into the water. From us here in East London, Akobile is behind the lens, and I'm Yanga Funani. It's back to you in the studio.
All right, Yanga, thank you so much for your updates. That was our reporter Yanga Funani speaking to us live from East London. There's been a number of incidents where tourists have been